Yeah, but you,
that's a conversation. That's a conversation.
That was a different story. See, that's Rudy.
That's the conversation.
No, I asked him because I knew him was drunk and high, so I'm like, straight hit him with the Udi.
Hit him with the Udi.
No. And then, like, the whole part, there was no type of understanding there's no difference between the two. What you think, B?
Yeah. That's what I
B Mac?
The difference between what?
A prostitute and a hoe.
A prostitute is gonna solidify herself for money. A hoe just gonna fuck just to be fucking because she need a nut.
That's your perspective. Or that's what you said, a fact.
I like the different breakdown, though. That was the most smartest one we heard.
That's what I think.
Okay, look. Let me tell you.
Think about it, because you got hood rats just running around fucking.
Okay, look. Let me tell you.
You know what I mean?
Let me tell you what.
Let
me tell you why.
That's a hood rat.
Why there's no difference in between.
But the hoe and the bitch.
Listen, they do the same thing.
Yeah.
The prostitute was the first titlement of it. You feel me? So now our generation, then redeterminized the prostitution word to hoe. You know, and you can redetermine it with a slang saying a 304, you know, and then you can go into other ways of what they do and perform.
So why you think it's a difference?
Because they perform the same things.
Activities.
There you go. Activities, different word to sum it up. That's why they're the same. But then again, this is why I made it another twist, because I seen they wasn't getting it all the way. So what do you think? What's the difference between a cunt and a bitch?
There is no difference because bitches have cunts.
Wait, say that again so they can understand. You said bitches have cunts?
Yeah, women, I should say, have cunts.
That shit too, though. They didn't know the root of a cunt.
A cunt could be, in my opinion, a female acting like an asshole or something. Or just being a bitch.
A cunt is the way it's broke down, especially by those choice of people. You cunt.
Okay, look. You see, listen. Let me break it down like how I was told when we first had this conversation. Chris broke it down saying there's not a difference because the cunt is the white bitch. Bitch is the scenario we as black people solidified that cunt. Bitch.
Yes, that's what it is.
So I understood that. There's no difference. It just reworded.
Listen, and the difference is.
And here's another one. You ready for another twist?
Give me this twist.
What's the difference between a whore and a slut?
That's a big difference. I'm gonna jump that one first. So we going deeper because that one should have been brought up as what's the difference between a whore, a hoe, and a prostitute. See, a whore's what he said earlier was a hood rat. A whore's gonna fuck. A slut's just nasty, but you might see her with her hair's done and she's a fucking secretary or something. The bitch is a woman in public. But in that bedroom, she's a slut. She's going to give it to you. She's going to do some shit to you. You can't subtract. That's a slut. It's fair to have a slut. A whore is like the white people way of you hood rat, you bopper, you thought, you threw it. That is a whore, meaning she might let some strange shit happen to her because she won't what? That nut. Now, a hoe and a prostitute, I feel, is the same. And it's different levels to them, so I guess that can be your line of a difference. But they have, like he said earlier, the same activities. A hoe go sell her pussy probably without direction, without illustration, without the game, which means a pimp. She's going to just go out there, hey, bitch, I'm going to get some money because I'm fucking. She going to take the 40.
Mm-hmm.
A prostitute will too, but it all depends. I said different levels. A real prostitute go have her price already in line with her activities.
Yeah.
But that's why I said there's different levels to this shit. But they're all the same.
Yeah, they're all the same. But you see how it makes you think it. But look, but you got to hear how what you think to make you feel like the levels is different, even though it's the same levels and the same wording of this same thing of this person is doing. Only reason I say that is because what we know from past tense, what we've seen in history of prostitution, that we define now as hoeing, it was the same leveling. But we didn't see the faults in each woman when it's to say, I don't know, that's real prostitution. Because what I know of real prostitution,
I don't know what that
these hoes get it that. No, I'm just saying.
I'm saying, no, it's different levels, right?
So it gets you to determinize that as like, they're defined different.
But you got a different root of understanding pimping, hoeing, prostituting, whoring, slutting.
Or a position.
That's why I said it's different levels to this, though. See?
Okay, look, let's change it up to make it understandable why I say scenarios of a position might confuse you.
It's not confusing. No, just hear me out.
No, I hear you.
By different levels, right?
No, only reason I explain this because we didn't have different opinions.
No, I get it, but I'm saying, listen to my words. Different levels. Hold on, listen to my words. Hear me wisely.
Okay.
Different levels, which I mean, you can understand the pimp level. You can understand the pimp level. I can understand the pimp level. But see, that's 3 different levels, right, motherfucking here. I said there's levels to this. Just like with the hoeing and the prostitution, it's levels. So they can be viewed at, in general, I would say it's the same purpose because y'all fucking for money. Same roots.
Right.
But it's different levels.
Right.
So your perception of understanding the level that you opinionated on is my version of saying it's different levels. I mean, of course, you're going to see it like this. You just broke it down like, okay, a hoe is, I summed it up a little quite different. We had the same root, but you went as far as saying like hood rats. A hoe can be a bop too. Yeah. See, but that's why I say it's levels. It's different levels to what a bitch is.
Yeah.
You know? It's just...
Yeah, see, and that what makes it more deeper to just understand the question. Because you're going deep into what a bitches is, and you're forgetting to define them what we're talking about. The difference between the prostitute and the hoe. There's no difference.
Levels. I didn't say
no, I know.
So I'm
there's
not
levels.
Down different levels of bitches. I didn't jump that far.
No, when you gave his scenario when he said they could be a hood rat.
Yeah, I never said bitches. That's a whole different level from our prostitute.
No, that's not your conversation. This was his response. Is what I'm saying. But again, that's why I broke it down to that level to understand different views and why it will be explained why it's an argument, why they're different.
Argument.
No, I'm saying other people will feel like, even though it's a conversation, as other people like, no, we argued about that shit. No, we got that through. Like, there's no difference, or there is a difference.
We're in agreement. It's all different opinions, and I chose the same levels.
Right, yeah.
But it's all summed up to the same root. So I get it's always a conversation.
But look, so like when I was saying, like I switched it up to give it more example to understand. It's like, okay, janitor and a custodian.
Ain't no difference.
Exactly.
Only difference is the name.
The name.
Right.
Janitors work
and it's levels. Janitors work at levels, right?
Janitors work at schools.
No, but not just
I know one work at the mall.
You see
I know one work at the mall.
Oh yeah.
Custodians work at events, but those are janitors too.
See, I was going to break it down. I was going to break it down.
I said levels.
I was going to break it down to that.
But
it's just
that's why I broke it down.
It's just where you at. With that cleaning shit determines the title.
It's how the world will perceive you. That's where you
determines the title.
No, it's where the world will perceive you.
If you're working at the White House, you're a custodian.
Flip Valley, man.
No, you something else at the White House.
CEO.
That nigga's a high suspension.
If you at the motherfucking Bethune Elementary, you're janitor. Called a janitor.
No, I don't know though, because when my uncle was working,
I know this because I was just cutting hair at Gaston at the principal office the other day, and the principal came in there and was like, "Don't worry about the hair. I'll have the janitor come clean it up."
Want me to give you an example from Sunnyside?
Mm-hmm.
They was getting a custodian.
See,
that's
what I'm saying. It's where you at.
They want to level you, because them 2 different schools. Because high school make them custodian.
See, it's where you at. It's where you at.
But you see the question.
That solidify you.
You see the question. There's no difference
you over
in
your
between.
Broadway.
But like Chris said, it's levels in both positions. Look, like Chris said, it's levels in both positions, right? That they're same, and they still have defaults. Will have you like, I don't know, but there's their same position.
Click the link in the bio.
That's why
at the bottom, y'all.
That.
Humble Barber Knowledge, YouTube. Follow me. It's going up.
Hey, Flip Valley. I'm in your valley. Know about me. We coming soon, worldwide, everywhere.
You got a YouTube. You got a Facebook.
Yeah, Flip Valley CEO.
Instagram.
Follow me. Hashtag, we getting money.
Chris, you want to put something out there?
Well, nigga, you can damn my real name. What if I want to go by Lil Moet or something? I'm just Chris the Great, you feel me? You follow them, you go see me.
Okay. Well, the discussion is today, y'all, about, as y'all can see, prostitution. Basically.
Hoes.
What's the differences?
Yeah,
comment. Funny talking about it because
comment.
We had this conversation. Well, me and my bro, they had this conversation like at least 6 different times with 6 different groups. And
without a broadcast,
we just want an opinion.
In the living room,
if
session,
we wrong, let us know.
Having a dope conversation, challenging minds.
Inside the smoke box.
Believe that, and we smoke it.
Inside the smoke box, discussions can come up whenever it needs to come out.
Hey, but you know what another thing is, what I be trying to really see is that in my mind actually go deep is it actually be going.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you can think about a lot of shit, you feel me, and not really understand it. You feel me? So when you have another perspective or mindset, I mean, to see if what you thinking it might be accurate, you know what I mean?
It's accurate because it's your truth, but that don't mean it's not another version of truth. There's just levels. We can all tell the truth, right? Right now, we can all tell the truth in 3 different ways. But it's the truth because your truth is what you own, what you claim.
Facts.
You know, it's beyond faith. It's beyond a vision. You gonna feel truth in your heart. You know, so but like I said, we can sit here and all share our truth, and they can be relative, but it's individually truth. That don't mean that you lying because your truth is vision, but it's true.
Yeah.
That's what you claiming. So we get caught up sometimes worrying about our truth, right? To where, like you said, open-minded. Right. To where you cannot just only accept your truth, but everybody else's. Your truth is not just a set way.
Exactly. And
but it's showing growth within yourself.
And that's what I was waiting for, because again, like I said, I want to see how my mindset deep as it go, and what I be thinking, like, you know what I mean, do it be accurate, you know what I mean? Because I could say, you know, what I say is my truth, right? But my truth might not be a fact. You feel me? Because then goes the facts. There's truth and then there's facts. Like, you know what I mean? We'll shut your ass down. Like, okay, you know what I mean? This is reality. You know what I mean? And that's how far I like to go, you know what I mean? On this shit, because we live in a reality. You feel me? That's why every time, you know what I mean? Me and Chris the Great Rap, you know what I mean? And I'm just talking about conversation. We deep. And it could be a regular chiller, but we ain't chilling up. You know what I'm saying?
No, it ain't just, it's a chill to most people. You walk by, says, oh, we in the car hot boxing, or we in the garage, we in this, you know, but we actually utilizing our mind. It's never a dull moment, you know.
Like daily. I got this thing where I'm putting myself in position to be something that I don't think I could be, that I want to be, right? Sum it up. So I wake up early in the morning every day, work out, pray, meditate, you know what I mean, and see what I didn't do yesterday and hop on my shit. So I'm reading the articles and watching the news at the same time. You feel me? So I can know more what the fuck is going on. You feel me? And knowing my life that I'm living in, instead of just living a normal life that I've been living. Right. You know, just worrying about what's in my domain. No, I need to know my surroundings. You feel me? Exactly. You feel me?
Don't get comfortable in what is. Comfortable is good. But don't sustain comfortability, because there's no
and then
growth.
Look, what fucks up.
Vision. You got to keep a fresh mind.
You got to keep the vision.
You got to meditate, pray.
You can't
become in surroundings and in corrections, which you're saying.
You can't.
That's back there.
You can't.
You got to keep your mind open, right?
You got to stay focused,
even like
man.
you said, it's fact shit. When you think something is right, it could be right. But there's other levels, like I said, to rightness. If you get set to me getting comfortable and you're stuck within that zone. Right. To me, I look beyond today. I make today better than yesterday. That's a fact. That's a given. I'm going to do that. But I have deeper visions of what some dreams could be, because I'm allowing myself to continue to what? Self-grow. Right. You know, and you feed your mind and you beat your mind, you go pave your way, because you're going to become your thoughts, your process. Yeah. Your discovery. Speaking to existence. And ain't nothing like discovering something different that you know about your own self. That brings a whole different type of feeling to your own self.
Yep.
Every day you learning. You can learn from a baby.
You can learn. No, you can learn. I always say I learn from my youngsters. I always say I learn from my youngsters.
E40 told us.
That self-encouragement. Look, that self-encouragement goes a long way. But when I say, like, my prepping for my new, what people will look at new beginning, but this is like my reality. So I'm not looking at it as a new beginning. You feel me? It's me seeing that the life I was living in was just in what I know for what the world has showed me as Americans, I say. Sorry, people. You know, but again, you feel me? That's why I formulate and see, like, damn, I got to create the understanding which facts of history we go through. You know, I'll be rapping to myself, and then I speak on these, you know, broadcasts of not recordings.
What he just said. What facts of history are we going through?
And we ain't defining that, like, homely or not, you know, politically, what ourselves as a culture to get us, you know, correctly right. shit would never be to the 60s because we don't want that movement of the 60s. You know why? We're afraid of that. Because we're so powerful now in our movement. When I say movement, we financially right. We're intelligent. We have knowledge. We also have the ability to stand.
We do.
But we won't do that because we're scared to actually be in control.
I can't even honestly say scared.
And it's not even scared.
It's not even
scared. Only reason I say, reason why I say we're scared because we have no leaders to actually depend on.
We're speaking on black people, right?
No, listen,
yes.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Listen, you just spoke of some of yourself.
Okay.
Flip, you just said some of yourself,
right.
Meaning we as people, we're stronger now, we're financially stable. You said all these things, right?
Yeah.
And you said, but we fear. That's your choice of word to use. Yeah. My choice of word would be, we are our biggest enemy. We're our own default. We set ourselves back because we as people know to fight. You talking about levels of this shit from your understanding, which is a different age bracket from ours, which is another level of history. Like you said,
because I'm a new millennial.
No, I get that, right? But what I'm saying is, listen, we all got this money. We know how to get money. We know how to make money. But we so worried about being a man. We so worried about this to where we'll go against our friend because they're rising instead of rising with them.
Because
we have the power
there
within
is
ourselves.
No unity in the black community.
That's what I just said.
Okay, look.
We're our biggest default.
Listen.
I say California, there's no unity in the black community.
No. Look, listen.
There's no unity in the black community in California.
There's no unity. Look, listen. You got to understand why there's no unity, Brian. And what I say is that,
I understand why.
It's because we have those leaders that we don't have no more. You feel me? Meaning the leaders I speak of we have but don't have no more is history. And we don't representation that seriously enough as our culture. No, wait, listen. Let me tell you why.
We have them. Listen. Platform like they did.
We don't represent the representation enough for our black culture to live off that, to continue what they started. Because why I say this so passionate, because I'm black.
And what took over?
We don't have that history. We didn't grow up to be, Listen, B. We didn't grow up to be black structuralized on our culture. Because listen, but look, our grandparents was. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when they had kids, they was at ease, which makes us live our life how we live now, not black orientated. Because if we had that structure, how our grandparents was, we'll be militant as a black organized family or just culture in our community. Right. Because that's what we've been taught. We'd have been embedded in that form. You feel me? So that's why I say we don't have them leaders to structures to keep us going to build what we had in the 60s, what was powerful ever. We had black people.
I just don't think they got that energy.
They're scared because if we do that, we in control, and then we ain't gonna know how to do it because we're in control. You hear me?
No, I get what you said.
That's why I said we scared because we got it now. It's like when people tell us like, okay, slavery, we can't suffer off slavery because we didn't live through that, but we can talk about it because our people, our ancestors lived through that. You feel me? But we don't have that pain. We just have that understanding of what we know they went through. Right. So we can fight, yell that, and scream that out. But what we go through is the new creation of slavery. The mentally, the financially, the imprisonment,
that's our own fault as black people.
No, you're right.
We need to learn how to break that slave mind control.
No, what you're speaking of is accurate. You said we don't have leaders, right? I'm gonna throw something out here, motherfuckers. Even if niggas looking or not, y'all gonna take it differently. But hear me out before I say it.
Okay.
We have leaders. They're just some. Listen, what my example of saying this is Kanye West is a nigga that sounded like something you would have just recited. You just said. But he's not a leader to us because he's considered crazy, off the deep and all that. No. As a mind, he's brilliant. But the white man then paved him as this certain character that he can't do that as a group. He can do it by himself because Kanye gonna always talk his shit.
Yeah.
Because he set his own platform and he lived to
Most
it.
Definitely. Most definitely.
But we don't, like you said, you don't have him like, okay, well, let's go off our feet. Let's make this movement. Let's do this like the LGBTQ community. This, that, right? They have support. They have people behind them. Yeah, we got the Black Lives Matter. Yes, okay, I guess that's our new version of what we're supposed to be.
But do they matter?
No, yes, that's a question. But we don't have that stand-up person because nobody want to listen to nobody.
Okay, look. See, I like your perspective.
That's because of greed.
That's why I like sometimes
black people are greedy.
When you hear something and then
you gonna be the leader, somebody gonna hate on that.
Read. Okay. You can't. You can only lead. So you can only lead your household or lead your crew. That's all you can do. And
that's how
it's only a chosen few from your crew.
And that's how it starts now, because that's what we see.
Because
that's how you gotta
like,
build
fuck you.
to become something. And that's correct. I feel that, B. But going off to your response to me, your opinion, I feel that. I will run with that. And they done make Kanye to black people like he's biased to his own people, because when he gives his opinion, and then on to just to keep it a continuance, it's like I said, we're scared, right? But we have the leaders that we see now that's formulated, that can be something and can run with something to get us formed to do what we do next. To say, okay, our newcomer generation is gonna have the life that black people matter, you know. But they're in it like, listen, it's already too late. Because if we formulate to have us it's never too late, Chris. It's never too late.
We just living in a society where everybody.
The grandparents didn't give us those conversations on that. They actually went through slavery. Like Grandma Marie, she went through that shit. Meaning to where, oh, you can't eat here, you can't sit here, you can't drink here, right? But we wasn't given that education, right? But at this moment, you see what we talking about? Y'all have kids, I don't. Yeah. But I have nieces and nephews. We're talking about it. So they're getting taught this. They're hearing this. They have something from a genocide we did not get. But they do. So the change is gonna come. It don't work in a process, because we still need more together with it. And that's even if you're doing it individually. Like if we're doing it like we're doing it right now, we're part of those black people that's fighting or talking for a purpose for our community and our culture.
Right.
And it's a lot of this going on. So we are at a different level of the movement. It's just not moving how we know and we feel as a black person that we deserve it to be at.
Yeah.
But it's coming. The change is coming. Everybody know that. That's why we got the hate crimes. We got all this. Now you're seeing police getting locked up. It might not be to our favor, but they're getting that spotlight. They're getting that attention. Because back in the 80s where I was from, they was beating people and just giving them money, and that was
beating the hell out the people. That was black folks.
They've been killing this. This shit been going on. We're just old enough to realize and talk about it now.
Yeah.
I know that, but I'm just saying.
It's just slower than
what I'm just saying is that we're scared. So it's like we wanted to change because it already changed.
It's not black people.
I'm not saying
black people.
You're scared, but I'm saying as a unit, as black people.
That's not it. They're not scared. That's the wrong word. That's the wrong word. They not scared. Black people's just scared to. They just don't know how to freaking unite. That's the thing. Unity. They don't know how to come about unite. Only time a black person gonna unite is when somebody get dead, a funeral.
No, listen.
Show up.
For
stuff
clout.
Like that.
Listen, for clout.
Listen.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you why.
And
let me tell you this.
Listen.
Let me tell you like this. Listen. Let me tell you like this. When we had the pandemic, right? We had the pandemic. Everybody was on lockdown. You know, we had drastic people that died and lost their souls, you feel me, during that pandemic, right?
Stop this video. YouTube, stop this video. Peace. See y'all in the next one.